Hey everybody, this is Zoltan, and we are continuing on with episode 7 of our Road to Glory with Milan Juniors. This actually started out as a one-star team. It was basically just a youth division team, and the storyline was that we were from Milan, and we had Paolo Maldini at 50 years old was on our team last season, playing with a bunch of guys who were basically in their mid-60s overall rating. So our entire team was below 67 overall. And now we've turned things around. Here we are at the beginning of Season 2. We're still in the transfer window. I've brought in, as you can see, quite a bit of upgrades at every position. I have players who are now in the low to mid to even high 70s. And the way that we brought these guys in, most of them, was I sold the players from last season, and I brought in some players who were either free agents or some of them were on expiring contracts. And so I was able to revamp my team with a few players here. I actually brought one player in here as a transfer. Gakpo is now my starting left wing, and he came in from PSV. I had to spend, I believe, $6.4 million for him. And I had another guy here that I brought in from Chelsea, who I think is originally from Atalanta. And he was, I think, maybe around 9 or 10 million. And you can see in the previous episode that I did sign him for 1.1 million salary per year. Now, the reason I have quite a bit more salary than I had before was because I funneled all of the money from any earnings into the salary portion. So I have everything set to salary budget and pay out of transfer budget. So I'm able to sign players sometimes from the youth division or now sometimes free agents. And these are the best ones that I could find so far. I do have another couple of negotiations coming up. Most of the guys on my list have already been sold. These were the players that I used from last season. For example, this one is someone from my youth division, and I am going to send him out on a loan to Sydney, and they will give me a transfer fee for that. So I'll accept that, and hopefully he will grow a little bit. And I got 1.1 million added to my transfer budget. And I have another player here that was offered kind of a low offer, 217,000. His release fee is 359 and his market value is 345. But you can see it's really a smart thing for me to get rid of this guy because the other guy right below him is also a 67. He's maybe just a couple years younger. He's 16 instead of 20. But I signed this guy from the free agent market, and he's just 100,000 annual salary. The other guy has a much lower salary and much lower release fee, so not very much room for him to grow unless I decided to re-sign him to another contract. Then I might be able to get something more. But really, it just doesn't even make sense because if I renewed his contract, it's still not going to, like there you can see the release fee is still 359,000 even if I renew him. So it just doesn't make sense to keep it that way. I might as well go with the other guy that I just brought in as a free agent. Has a lot more room to grow as a 6.9 million release fee. So this is a good candidate for me to sell or perhaps put out on a loan, but even that doesn't make sense because at least Russo has this extra room to grow and his release fee is 5.7. So after I get him back in 6 months, I might be able to sell him for close to that amount if he goes up another 1 or 2 points overall. So this is a very good candidate to just basically get rid of and to clear out my roster a little bit. So I'm going to renegotiate. His market value is 345,000, so I think I could probably get something closer to that, maybe 315. So let's go ahead and accept that and see if they're going to be willing to pay an extra 98,000. I don't see why they wouldn't unless they just don't have the budget for it, but his market value is 345, so I think that's reasonable. It's a pretty good deal for a young player like that. And we can just move forward. I think the next thing that's going to happen here is some announcement. So we should have a cutscene coming up. No, it's not a cutscene. It's just an announcement of players that went to the national, called up on the national squad, which I don't think we have anybody. No, it does say some members, but I don't know who it is. But this guy departed on his loan, and now we will move forward. Now we'll have a cutscene, I think, coming up with the Chapter 1. League opener. Now you can customize this background here. I put in those advertisers to make it more relevant for the team that I am. I used all Italian advertisers, so kind of changed up the background. And I decided I will make the fans proud. I think that that's a pretty typical thing to say. Manager's office. Oh, good. This new guy that I just recently brought in, I trained him at a new playing style, which is post player, which is important because he is now my starting center forward, and that's typically the way that I like to play. So let's take a look here at the game plan, see if anybody's out of form. Here you can see my opponent, Genoa, which was just recently demoted and relegated to Serie B. So they are not my typical opponent. They are kind of equal to me. And this might be a little bit of a challenge because you can see that their overall team is probably equal or in some ways better in many of their positions. So this will be a challenge. And I imagine my really terrible 57 team spirit is a result of having so much turnover and these guys not having familiarity playing with each other. And I do have a couple of players here that I need to take out because they're not really in good form. So first of all, I will take out this attacking midfielder who is looking pretty bad here, unfortunately. And I think my left back, I could also take him out as well. Oh, that's totally out of form for both of them. So this is not going to be a good... Oh, I might have one more left back down here that I can play. Yeah, but he's definitely a downgrade. Well, I'm going to leave that guy the way he is, even though he's out of form. I would expect this is going to be a difficult match. I don't have a lot of good players in form right now. Do I have another? Yeah, I might want to bring him up instead of him as the backup. I don't know why they're out of form. I mean, this is the first game of the season. There really doesn't seem to be any reason for it. It's just totally random. So I'm expecting a tough match because we are a little overmatched here by Genoa, that is typically a Serie A team. It doesn't even make sense why they were relegated. I'm going to have a night game on my home field, and I think I will use these uniforms. So this is going to be a bit of a challenge because I've got a few guys here who are out of form, and my overall team chemistry is really bad, so I expect a lot of weird, strange things to happen during the game that usually happens when you have an out-of-form team.
Time of the year where everyone starts as equals. Far back in the distance, memories of last season, positions and points tallies.
And I'm definitely facing a team that is, even though I've made a lot of upgrades, I'm looking at a team that's probably still a little bit higher than me.
Fresh hope. Get the season off to a flyer. The fans are believing.
But if I can beat these guys, that means I can pretty much compete with anybody in the league. I would expect that I'm going to be promoted this season.
So everybody starts on nothing. Last season is in the past.
And so they're playing red. And so that means it's going to be a little bit of a challenge.
Year on year, the game is going from strength to strength. It's impossible for that not to happen because of the increasing wealth. That attracts the best talent and management and, of course, greater expectation. The boundaries have to continue being stretched into the limit.
Where's the goalkeeper didn't come out for that? You gotta be kidding me. Wow, this is great. Yeah, that's really surprising. Maybe it's because he's kind of a defensive goalkeeper.
There wasn't much wrong with that at all. We're talking fine margins now.
All right, guys.
Milan,
just
second season under this boss.
Don't lose the ball. Great. Okay.
Barami. And it's Destro. It's a very good battle there. Terrific to watch. Finds himself eased off the ball. Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick.
All right. Yeah, because they're playing red, there's going to be a lot of aggression. Yeah, I don't know where you're going. I don't know why he runs up behind me like that, occupying the same space.
Forward it goes.
Oh boy.
Now the counter. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Plays it out to the wing. Gets it back. He is not one readily to admit defeat. Don't be surprised if he tries that again.
Yeah, it took all my effort just to not get that. Oh, God.
Castledine.
Ah.
It's come loose. Out to the left it goes. Defender's on the back foot. Schöner. Looks to bypass the midfield.
There you go.
Jagielka.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy.
Hoists it forward.
Oh, come on. Get open. Run. What are you doing? Look at the way he's running. It's so weird. Oh, my God. What was that? I mean, look at how silly that was. Look at the way he's running right now. Look at that. He's not that slow. What is going on? And then that guy, oh my God, he was right in front of the... I don't think that the computer realized that that was such an opportunity. They're like, oh, we're not going to let him score. We're going to make him kick it totally the wrong direction. For no reason. I was pointing directly at the goal there. I wasn't at all pointing where he kicked it. It was a total miskick. I think that the team chemistry really is affected. Oh, look at that one. Right to him. That was weird. It went right to the opponent. Even though I was the one who got the header. Yeah, look how slow my guys are.
All the way back and they start again. Tries to get it forward quickly.
Oh, man.
He's made sure that that won't get through. Ganso. It's Pasalic.
Oh.
And it's played forward.
Oh, great, come on.
Here. Berami. It's been into... Oh, real danger here. Could be a... And Destro! There it is!
Yeah.
Perfect placement. The one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, I think two keepers would have had a hard time keeping that one out. Never mind one. There was real venom in the strike and clear composure.
One down. Let's see what happens.
Genoa.
Well, they went down to white now. They're no longer red.
Yeah, this is also a chance to see what happens to their level of concentration from here.
And the through ball is intercepted. Oh, real Genso!
Oh. That would have been nice.
Good challenge, he just stood firm. Jagielka.
Oh, that was a weird thing. The guy ran totally the other way.
Hoists it forward. Destro pushes to get on the end of it.
Oh boy.
Neither side really getting hold of the ball. Over it comes. He's had a go!
Great. Come on, get up.
Not this time.
Schöne really needed everything to come together then at the precise moment. Not easy.
He's got options out wide. Gets away from his opponents. Castle
And there's nobody there. I mean, why aren't you running forward? That's a perfect example. Why would he not run forward there? And why does it take so long to turn? My God. There's a perfect example. I totally needed that center mid player to come forward into the empty space, and he just stood there doing nothing.
It is very, very tight.
Not the most convincing of displays. They could certainly do much better than this.
And
keep things simple, build up their confidence, and not
the interplay between the winger and the center forward is ridiculous. Come on, let's go. Where did that ball? Why did it just jump like that?
Early goal in this second half. They can't hold back though.
Gaitan.
Oh, no touch. It just went right to the defender.
Pasalic. Hernandez.
Ah,
Over to the left.
just standing there.
Pasalic. Tries to get it forward quickly. He's in, has a pop!
Oh!
Well, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick.
Yeah,
what?
Well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
What is going on?
Looks like a final.
First of all, I hit it off the woodwork when I'm like right in front of the goal. And so that was the foul, I guess. So I get a free kick here. He doesn't agree. So, yeah, I'm not going to try to kick this in.
It could be a big game changer.
I don't know.
It certainly looks appetizing, well within shooting range.
I'm just going to give it to one of these guys.
Plays it back. Oh, he's in! Turns and goes back. Big chance!
Oh, come on! How close do you get? 2 times in a row off the woodwork.
Very speculative with little threat, if any, for the keeper.
Well, that one it's at least legitimate. The other one, I was literally standing right in front of the goal, and I wasn't even trying to put it in the corner. I just pointed it right at the goal. What is going on? Oh, man.
They've played it short. And it's Pasalic. It's a fabulous position. Referee's given a throw.
See if anybody needs a sub. Stamina? Anybody? The left back is still ridiculous. Yeah, let's change my left back from this one to the other ridiculous one. And actually, I might want to bring this guy in, even though he's not really a left back.
Milan are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now. So here he is, making his first appearance in new colours.
Oh,
he's given it
my
away.
God.
Destro. And help's available out wide. Receives it from behind.
Great, come on.
Schöne. Jago Falke.
Why would the other guy light up there? Totally lost control because of that.
And here's Schöne. Hit into the great leap.
Wow.
He's pulled off a fine save.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
It's a goal kick.
Another corner? Okay, good. Finally. Alright, where are you going?
Milan are running out of time and still a goal behind. Your impression so far, Jim?
Milan have not got very long if they hope to rescue this. They're being urged forward by great home support, but they need something to go their way pretty soon, Peter.
Chance!
Oh, you can't be serious. It went off the railing again 3 times.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
Oh my God.
There's not too much subtlety or sophistication about this. It really is a question of needs must.
Well, there's no two ways about it. This is what they have to do.
Oh, where are you going? It's not where I was passing it. Oh, why? What is going on right there? I mean, these are situations that are happening because of the chemistry, where it just doesn't go where I'm kicking it to.
Goes for goal!
Oh, I mean, there's a lot of close shots, and that was supposed to be a fast shot, so that just didn't go in at all. Let's see where it went. Was there any curve? No. Maybe he's right-footed. Just didn't work there. All right, let's bring in a couple more guys. So I think one of these cams. And also the right back, which unfortunately I put the right back over there. So I'm going to bring this left back here. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? That center back can play right back, so I think he will be good. All right.
Milan have turned to their bench, and we're going to have a substitution. Macaulay is looking to make a big first impression here. Forward it goes.
Oh, why?
Gaitan hoists it forward.
Oh,
Milan
that was a bad thing. I should have done a fake shot there.
Spirit. There's a real belief that they can still have a say.
That's the sort of defending that is going to upset the opposition.
Oh, what is going on? Oh, how silly was that? That was just like a total opportunity that just like he couldn't touch the ball.
And it It's Iago Falque.
The chemistry is really just... Oh man, look at that. What the heck is going on in this team?
Oh, and that should have been two.
Oh man, that was just crazy. It was such a perfect through ball, and my guy just was I was pressing towards it, and it was just purposely not allowing my guy to get anywhere near where the ball was. That was a weird twist.
Iago Falque.
There you go.
This is good.
Try it again.
And it should be enough from here, but
nope.
They want to double their advantage.
I should have just passed it to him. Oh, come on. Yeah, the through ball, when your chemistry is down, does not go where it's supposed to go. Look how slow this guy is. That's how silly that is. Look at that. It was really like my guy was like, you could see me trying to press towards him, and he was just moving so slowly. Something significantly bad with this low chemistry team. Like, it's really affecting the gameplay.
Genoa could not have picked a better time to snatch a two-goal lead. Is there still time for a response?
Well, some fans are already on their way out.
Great.
So that to me says everything, Peter.
God, it's really bad.
Well, that's where he wants it.
Oh man.
Hits one! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Yeah, this is one of those really disappointing games.
Iago Falque. Iago Falque got a decisive goal here. Oh, well played. He needed to get that right.
That's it. Waste.
Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given.
Foul. Can you just end the game, please? How ridiculous is this?
And it's Romulo.
Come on. Just end the game.
Oh, the clearance is short. Close, but time for no more.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you have a team that just all new players, and they have a really low 56. I mean, that's one of the lowest chemistries I've ever seen. So I'm hoping as time goes on, my players will be more in form, and I won't be so miserable here.
With that, it is a very good night to you.
Yeah, I really got to do something about this chemistry. That is the main reason I think that my players had such difficulty with balls that normally would have been perfect setups, and I had, what, I think 3 or 4 shots that hit off the woodwork, as they say. Well, that is the end here of